Customer experience is most important to define from a customer's point of view, not from the business's point of view. For customers, it's everything the brand does for them minus everything the business processes do to them and how it makes them feel. Most companies think that customer experience is something that they get customers to do for them. They try to manipulate customers to be more loyal. It never works. What does work is focusing on the customer's needs, desires, and wants, and then changing the way the business works so that they get more of what they want. That's actually how you make more money at the end of the day as well. Some of the best examples of customer experience in the United States include Apple Computer, Southwest Airlines, Build-A-Bear Workshop, and even at the lower end of the economic spectrum, Discount Tire. It's interesting that customer experience is a technique that works for the most expensive brands and for the brands with the lowest costs. Discount Tire, for example, has a fabulous customer experience. You go, you get your tires changed, it's friendly, they inform you well, and it's done at the cheapest price in the market. They're doing the exact opposite of what many marketers are trained to do, which is to try to shoot for the top right corner of the chart, which is where things are the most expensive. Customers don't always want the most expensive. They want the best value. So Discount Tire gives a great value and the best service. In order to do that, they have to operate and function differently than some of the more expensive premium brands do. And that's the secret. Customer experience can help you improve the way you engage with your customers, help improve the loyalty that your employees have, which is a big factor, and make more money for you at the end of the day. The trick is to make sure that you are ready to make the changes on the inside so that customers can feel them on the outside. Encantando consumidores is really, really difficult for businesses because each customer is different. If you believe as a company that there's one customer that you need to serve well, the perfect customer, you'll probably do a very good job at that. The problem is that not everybody is the perfect customer. They all come in there a little bit different. You want black, someone else wants red, someone wants happy, somebody else wants fast. The trick is to design your business around clues and emotions that your brand stands for and to attract people with great stories that your customers tell. So you've got to be very flexible on the front lines of the business. Your people or your software needs to adjust itself so that each person feels they're getting the value of the brand in a way that's personalized for them. There are a number of things that are happening right now in the marketplace. One of them is that customers' needs are growing very rapidly. Your customers don't just shop at your store or at the competition, they shop everywhere. And they're shopping 24/7, whether it's business services or something personal like new clothes. What's happening is that your customers are taking their experience from one brand, like Apple Computer, and they're taking it over here to the dentist office, and they're saying, why can't I get a good dentist office experience just like I do at Apple? So that's one thing. The second one is that the world's changing. The internet is disintermediating. It's getting in between service providers and their customers, like 99 Taxis and Uber and other kinds of apps like that. So you've got all this change going on in the market, so customers are having to learn how to live their lives differently every week. And what that means is that they come to the business with different requerimentos. They have different desires, what they need to do. Something else that's going on is that the world's becoming faster and more instantaneous with cell phones and iPads and tablets and all kinds of communications. The pace at which a business responds is now one of its most important brand attributes. If you don't respond quickly, the perception of the quality of the experience goes way down, of course. So those are a few things. There are more, but I think that's a good start. I hear when I travel all over the world that we're in an economic crisis. I really think that we're in a thinking crisis. Think about it. We've never lived in a time of more abundance in the world. We have more water, yes, more energy, more intelligence, better communications, better healthcare, and the most advanced products we've ever had in the world. Our students that are graduating are the smartest ever in the history of the planet. Why are we in an economic crisis when we have more of everything than we did before? I believe it has to do with how we think about things. Using customer experience, which is a subset of design thinking, when we tackle our customers' problems, we can also make our businesses run more efficiently at the same time. Every time something runs more efficiently, the whole market gets a lift from that. So I would encourage all businesses to take design thinking to heart, and those who have customers on a regular basis, face-to-face with their employees, look at customer experience design and see how you can achieve 3 goals at the same time. The first one is to delight your customer, because without them you don't have a business. The second one is to make sure that you engage your employees, because without them you won't have any customers. And at the same time, you can engineer your business to run better, to be smarter, to be more responsive, to take advantage of the technologies, to personalize things for customers. And that's where you're going to make more money, not just today, but forever. Just listening to customers gives you all kinds of innovations. Most business owners have a certain philosophy that they learned either in school or from a previous job, or maybe from a parent if they're a second-generation business owner. And they believe that their way is the right way to make their brand work for customers. Well, guess what? Customers may have a very different idea. So the most important thing in terms of innovating for customers is to talk to them and then listen to them. If they have ideas, if they have problems, if they have pain, pay attention to what that is. And even if it's not part of the mainline business that you do, try to make a difference for them. Try to create value in the way they work. For example, let's say you run an airline and your customers are complaining it's too hard to get tickets and then to get to the airport on time and move all the luggage. Why not do a deal with a taxi service so you can pick them up at their office, pick their luggage up from their house, and have everything meet at the airport? That's the kind of thinking that makes big, new, bold differences in the market and that customers respond to. If you're trying to make a lot more money with customer experience, I think you should stop. What you should do is think about how you can create more value for your customers in an economical way. Then apply the customer experience tools. Just changing that one idea, that preconceito that you can fix customers with, I need to fix my business, is the most important thing to do. And it's great that people are here at Conarec, because they're having a chance to hear from people who have taken that different approach and who have learned that creating value for customers is the best way to create value for the business. Congratulations on taking your first step into the customer experience journey. Your journey will be a little bit different than your clients. The first thing you should do is pat yourself on the back. It's wonderful that you're taking these steps. The most important thing that you can do to get started is to go walk on the front lines of your business. Shop your store in every channel. Go online, call on the phone, walk around in the stores, buy something online, try to return it in the store if you're a retailer. Ask your employees, what are the difficult spots in this business for them personally? And what do they notice customers having problems with? First, fix the things that you can with a very low investment that make your employees happier, that put minutes back in their day and that let them kind of relax. Don't give them another task to do, just let them relax. What will happen is that investment in them will then turn into your ability to ask them to do more for the clients. So if you ask them their opinions, ask them, what can you do for your customers? What do you need me to do or the business to do so that you can do more for them? Then you'll have their followership and they'll really appreciate it. The next thing that you can do is take a look at the customer journey. It's very hard for any one customer or any one employee to understand how the whole business is put together. So you have to map that out. There are processes for drawing pictures by department, by type of journey, by type of goal that the customer has. Once you've got those down, you start to bring together your teams and have them look at the different customer experiences and pick one to do together. But instead of arguing about the best way to do things, you tell your teams that what they need to do is focus on delivering the best customer experience possible and to make it happen. When they come against an obstacle that they can't move, it's your job to step in and make that part possible. That's your job as an executive. Afterwards, you want to make sure that you put some measurements in place so that you can continue to thank the employees who are doing a good job, be in touch with the customers who are using you and help them to deliver some great testimonials for you, but also to learn early as things change. Because in the world that we live in today, nothing stays the same. It's always changing. So when you put in a good measurement system, you'll have an early warning that things are changing. So you can make small changes to the experience that your customers will appreciate. So those are 4 or 5 things that are rather broad, but that if followed, will give directors and executives a really good roadmap.